Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. Here. Welcome to the live stream. Those of you that aren't here yet, it's Friday. It's Friday. Been holding on to this stuff to do the mail call for a while now, but kept waiting for Monsignor Dior's to pop into one of the live streams. I was just going to do it right then. I had it all set for third. But he never showed up. So I texted him, told him I was going to do it this time. Hey, Grandpa Terry. We'll do the, we'll give everybody a minute. And we started got all kinds of, hey, there's Dior. So we can do the mail call now. Actually, the mail call is cool, but hey, Chip, the missus brought this home. This is from Wednesday's Colorado Record. It's a little local newspaper. It's actually a letter to the editor. My neighbor sent it in. I've stopped and talked to him a couple times. I knew he was old school, but didn't know he was as brave as he evidently is. So, I didn't know Gil did a live stream. The bull's out there trying to beat up my water tank. Oh, that's good. We didn't get it. It clouded up and blew in, and it's cold right now. It's actually like 44, 45 out there right now, which is okay. I'm inside. Oh, that's fine. I just I don't get notifications from him. But then again, there's a lot of people I don't get notifications for. I wasn't getting notifications for creative redundancy for a long time, and now everything he does, I get a. Well, pretty sure he's done something in the last 2 days, and I haven't got any notifications for that. So. Was actually the first one to comment on one of the bigger channels I watch. It was the first view and the first one to comment. I was like, wow. And that don't ever happen. That's true. And don't try to breathe Dr. Pepper. But probably going to be a slow night. We're going to do this because I'm going to put one of these things on when it comes out. I could read y'all this touching and heartfelt letter, but yeah, basically, whenever you get something from Dior's, don't read the letter first, because then you need to open the package. Just because all the surprise is gone. But he does tell me that I'm special. So Um, this logo or the actual little thing there. I don't know which one's a letterhead. Anyway, box heavy. And something that is very important to remember is that apparently, because I watched the other mail calls also, and they got the same kind of packing material. And I saw that and I was like, oh man. But then there's none in here. I eat MREs if there's nothing else available. I mean, if there's not a dead cat or, if the neighbor's puppy's too fast or whatever, I eat MREs. Other than that, I don't buy them. I don't stock them. I have like 4 MREs and they were all gifts. And I will have 4 MREs until after the apocalypse. I've tried to eat them before and it didn't come out okay for me. But anyway, I got some of these. They're peanut rolls, log rolls, peanut log rolls from Stuckey's. How many I got? You tell them. 4 or 5. We got 4 heart attacks in a bag. And then cheddar and broccoli pasta mix. This is the only way I can eat broccoli and cheese. Like broccoli and cheese stuff that has other stuff in it, I'm okay with. But if you take perfect good broccoli and put perfect good cheese on it and try to make me eat that, we can't be friends. I will eat the broccoli or I will eat the cheese, but you do not put cheese on broccoli. It's wrong. It's wrong. I haven't been able to stomach it since I was a kid, but this actually tastes good. And some Bear Creek cheddar and broccoli singles. This is it's actually good stuff. So anyway. That's all stuff we actually happened to do. It wasn't Bear Creek, but we had a lot of these type deals. The little pasta mixes or whatever. Or just boil or put them in boiling water or whatever. So anyway, thank you. Really. And here's the other one. I gotta check it. It's got a zombie pirate on it. That guy should probably go to the doctor. And it says 90% of the population is going to die. Okay. because they're all just the bottom one. Extra small. What's this? See if it's gonna fit before I put it on. Embarrass myself. Actually, we're getting ready for this. Been sitting here freezing my butt off. What? You don't get one. You're a dog. You get a hoodie. There. Now I can go knock off the liquor store. Nobody ever know it was me. Give me all the money, pendejo. Actually, I'm going to wear this while I can because every time I get a hoodie, she who shall not be named steals it. Except for the one I got from Matt A's, whatever. So, from Matt A, who has been MIA for a while. Has anybody seen him around? Anyway, she tried to steal it. Cindy said, "Can I wear this?" And she headed out the door. I said, "You can wear it out to your vehicle and back." And then I went and stood behind her vehicle so she couldn't leave. I said, "What are you doing? You're not stealing my hoodie?" And she never tried to borrow it after that. I got 2 hoodies I got for a safety award. They're both gone. A hoodie I bought so I would have a hoodie. It's gone. Hoodie a friend of mine got me. It's gone. That's history of 4 hoodies. No trust. Yes, I'm talking about my daughter. Well, my wife borrows stuff, but she brings it back. So anyway, yeah, that's the stuff. Good, all good. Boy, so I even have my matching hat on. So big black man, this is warm. Yeah. So, wasn't me, man. I think it was the guy had Colorado plates. So like this. Zombie dude. This means I don't have to row. You have to row if you got a jacket. Bog. It's been really hard not to open these and eat them. Yeah, there's that. Oh, had somebody drop out. Oh, the lights are their back. Somebody's got. What? I'm not sharing, dude. You don't like it. It is a nice sweatshirt, Rob. You should get one. I just need some chocolate to dip this in. Has anybody in here tried the chocolate covered paydays? Buy 2, send me 1, eat the other one. We'll both be extremely happy. Hey, Rob, what's egg albumin? Albumin. 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 What's that? Yeah. What is that? Is that white stringy looking thing in the egg or what? You should get a chocolate covered payday. But if you get one, you have to buy two and send the other one to me. Oh, okay. It's going to be hard not to eat this whole thing. How much sugar is in this? Okay, there's 4 servings per container. There's 114 calories per serving. So in 2 bites, okay, so 3 bites of this candy bar are 114 calories. That's lovely. $17 grams of added sugar. Total sugars, 17 grams. $17 grams of sugar per 3 bites. Health food. Okay, Rob. Rob, you gotta quit putting off all your work stuff until Friday night. That's just crazy. That was really, really good. Super sweet. Oh, wait. Now I'm going to take one more bite. And then I want to read this. Let me read this before you leave, Rob, if I got time. If not, if you're sure you're going to make it back, I'll wait. So, this is, I said this is a letter to the editor from Wednesday, 2 days ago. Newspaper, the Colorado said it a while ago. Herald or something. It's not on here. This just took a photocopy of it. Oh, okay. This is actually literally my neighbor. He lives 2 doors down. Letter to the editor. Trying to explain and make sense of the current political situation is like a mosquito at a nudist colony. You don't know where to begin. But with that being said, and all that has happened, there is no room to be a nice guy. And so this is my and many others' take on the destruction of the United States of America. I will try to read this one with a straight face. If you voted Democrat and plan to continue to vote Democrat and support their agenda, then you are a communist, socialist, left-wing pedophile. Don't try to justify, otherwise you will show your true colors and expose yourself for the fool you are. I really don't think he gives a shit. But anyway, Republicans, if you know, or if by now you don't understand and recognize the Rhino Republicans and continue to vote them in office, then you are a communist, socialist, left-wing pedophile, also known as the deep state. We, as citizens of the United States, are and have been in the past a caring, honest, trusting society. But I am sad to say those attributes have gotten us to the current situation. Who, what, when, and where did the change happen? It's been happening for the last 100 years or so. Who's responsible? The government. I have had many jobs in my 76 years. Vocational agriculture teacher, crop and seed salesman, animal feed salesman, farmer, business owner, auctioneer, corrections officer, crop insurance adjuster, and salesman, truck driver, truck owner operator. I had varying degrees of success with all of the professions, but the one thing that all taught me was that the attitude and success or failure of an organization starts at the top, whether it is the superintendent, CEO, supervisor, or warden. In my lifetime, there have been 2 times the United States flourished. Citizens had money to buy cars, homes, save. The U.S. was recognized and respected worldwide as a military and economic superpower. Both times, there was a Republican president, Ronald Reagan and Donald Trump. What did they have in common that made their tenure in office a success? They were not politicians. They were not obligated to donors and blackmailed by their political party. I have to laugh at some of the most stupid, ironic issues being legislated. For example, gun control. Those pushing for gun control say guns kill people. If that's correct, then it would also be correct that when a student says, I didn't fail the test, my pencil did. Our government has lied to us throughout the past, approving of materials that suited their goal to control us. We were taught that the Civil War was to abolish slavery. That is only a partial truth. Abraham Lincoln said, if I could avoid this war if I could avoid this war without freeing the slaves, I would. General Robert E. Lee, the leader of the Confederate Army, did not believe in slavery, and he said, this war is not about slavery, but states' rights. So what was the Civil War about? Money. With slave labor, the South was becoming the economic and industrial power. The money people of the North wanted to maintain in that position of power, or remain in that position of power. After the war, the black slave migrated north where he could work and get paid for his labor. Industry owners now had an unlimited number of workers. The free slave with no owner furnishing housing and food needed a job. So the white worker, for example, making 10 cents per hour was replaced by a free slave willing to work for 5 cents an hour. If the white man wanted a job, he could have one at 5 cents per hour. And once again, the slave was still a slave, since what little he made had to be spent on food and housing, along with his white counterpart. The Civil War didn't free slaves, it made slaves out of all of us. Oh, by the way, YouTube, this is somebody's opinion. This is an opinion. I'm not trying to state any facts. This is don't tear my channel down, please. Anyway, these are the things I don't like about Donald Trump, or there are things I don't like about Donald Trump. But I'm sure if we met, there would be a thing or two he wouldn't like about me. I cannot fault him for his policies to make America great again. I'm voting to elect a leader for all people. I'm not in the public school electing the most popular student. The following is a list of Democratic agenda policies that make a Democratic supporter a communist socialist pedophile. Allow underage minors to change their sex with parental consent. Allow underage minors to attend drag shows. Parents who take their children to such events should be charged with child abuse. Open borders. If not corrected, how many more millions of illegals will enter? 10, 20, 30 million? How many will be terrorists, murderers, or rapists? Green New Deal. 90% of the batteries for cars come from China. Why are we making China economically strong and weakening the U.S.? On the internet, a man charged his electric Ford pickup up. It took 45 minutes, cost $20, and added an additional 62 miles to travel distance. Allow males to identify as female and go into women's restroom facilities. 6, allow transgender males to compete as females in women's sport activities. 7, allow criminals to go unpunished. 8, defund the police. Police reform is needed, but it should be to better train law enforcement to the laws. For every heartwarming video on the internet of law enforcement stopping drug traffic, rescuing lost or kidnapped individuals, interacting with children, there are 10 or more videos of law enforcement officials who think because they have a gun and a badge, they are the law. If by now you are even more confused, join the crowd. If you get your news and make decisions based on what you hear from ABC, CNN, NBC, or MSNBC, then you are being misinformed. They do nothing but lie, give their opinion, or don't report actual events. Couldn't expect anything less since they are following their leader, Joe Biden, who has never done anything but lie in his career. If you watch ABC, CNN, NBC, MSNBC, you may be aware, but the events taking place in the USA are also taking place in Canada, Italy, Spain, Germany, Netherlands, and other countries, which indicates to me that is an effort to finalize one world government, which is evil versus good. There are a lot of crazy people on both sides, but should this all go evil, I would not want to be known as supporting the Democratic agenda. While working as a contractor in Iraq, supervising security of an Iraqi construction company, one of the workers asked me if I thought he was a terrorist. I told him I didn't know one way or the other. But you are But if you are a terrorist, can you tell me a time in history when evil prevailed? This guy's name's Hollis Miles. Yeah. Sorry, I butchered reading that, but it's written in his speech. So, um, these aren't my words. These are my neighbor's words. He's what do you say, 76? His house burned down on him a few years ago. Okay, Rob. Hey, Tibor. Yeah, I'm getting to where I mean, I'd rather vote for a libertarian a, any than a establishment Republican. And I honestly believe that if we ever get a libertarian president, you can kiss the country goodbye. You need to build a time machine and go pack the ballot machines full or whatever for Ross Perot, damn it. Anyway, um, there's a lot of people down here that think that way. I was trying to catch up on the chat over here, so I guess. And I read slow. They're little bitty words. Okay. Putting the logs up because I can't do it. I can't sit here with that candy beside me. I have an addiction. I'm ashamed of it, but I'm not going to deny it. I'm addicted to sugar. I always have been. I like me some sugar. See my new shirt, Tibor? It's got a zombie pirate on it, and it says to kiss my something on the back. It's written in some foreign language I didn't understand. It's written in Californian. Hey, Mark, did you get to read? If however long it took, I think it took me like 15 minutes to read that or something. Oh no, but you really need to go back. I'm not reading it again. That's not happening. Um, I will read that part. I'm gonna translate this for y'all. How long I've been? Okay, I can translate this. Second paragraph. If you voted Democrat and plan to continue to vote Democrat and support their agenda, then you are a communist, socialist, left-wing pedophile. Don't try to justify otherwise. You will show your true colors and expose yourself for the fool you are. Screw you, you're stupid. I was going to say it the other way, but then I decided to be nice. And then basically said the same thing to the Republicans that keep voting for rhinos. You're stupid. Screw you. Nobody is willing to vote against the guy that says, no, man, if I get in office one more time, if you just elect me one more time, I promise you, you'll all get food stamps. Boom. And vote for him. He'll give me some food stamps. Or, I will lower your taxes. You don't have any control. I mean, you can lower our tax rate. That's all you can do. Or, actually, you can't lower the tax rate. That's a local elected official. Anyway, yeah, you can't do it. None of the stuff you're saying that you're trying to get elected for, none of that crap can you do. I can't wait, man. I'm going to be I am going to try to completely defund the hospital here. Yeah. Don't think hospitals should get any county money. None. Zero zilch. Nada. Can't do business. Don't do business. Well, that's what what's his first name? Yeah, I can't remember Hollis. His name's Hollis. I actually know a couple of Hollises. And it's weird. Biden wasn't actually able to hurt Texas that bad. But the states that went ahead and swung blue, they got hurt bad, man. The people that helped vote him in, they're the states that lost the jobs. So how does that even happen? I can't quite see Hollis's house from my house, but I could walk there in 10 minutes. 15, maybe 20. Depending on which way the wind was blowing. Today I could have walked there in 15. It would have taken me 30 minutes to get back. But yeah, anyway, for those of you that missed it, I got this cool jacket and food and no MREs. I forget, I got an MRE. I'm see one of the MREs somebody gave me. I think the oldest MRE I have, I got from VA. I thought about opening it. I may take it with me on a camping trip or something. Makes you thinking about doing a little 2 or 3 days down at the property there in town before it gets too hot. Dog barking that I do not recognize. And I don't have a problem with the food stamp program. I don't have a problem with welfare. But both of those should be limited and restricted. The food stamps and welfare should not be available to immigrants. No way, shape, or form. There should be none. If you immigrate to this country, then you should be able to pay your way until you get on your feet. If you can't do that, then we don't need you. I am a nationalist. I believe in America first. The end. I don't want open borders. I think we're stopping short on the fence. Isn't it the one between the U.S. and Canada? I mean, I don't even think they allow trees to grow there. Google this. I don't want to lie, but there's a 6-meter divide between the country's forests called the no-touch zone. This separates the two nations, with only a few exceptions: Derby Line, Vermont, Stansted, Quebec, Point Roberts, Washington, blah, blah, blah. Except for a very few places, they literally mow everything down 6 yards wide. They don't even let the trees hang out together. Why? If we can do that, I mean, we got that. Let's build a wall. Okay. We can put a conveyor belt from Mexico and just bloop, 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 pump them puppies right over the top of the fence, right into Canada. Okay, buddy. We don't. I don't have a problem with the doctors coming over here. Honestly, don't. Medical reform. We do need that. Medical care reform. Um, they're they need to apply all the gouging laws to medicine, medical practice. Um, so like hospital shouldn't buy its aspirin from a medical supply warehouse. They should buy it directly from the wholesaler. And then they should sell those aspirin at what it would cost you for a dose of aspirin at a convenience store. So 2 aspirin, $4. Problem solved. Hospital goes down. I am done supporting the local hospitals because they no longer hire local nurses. The way everything's set up and stuff now, they hire what are called traveling nurses. And traveling nurses get 60, $80 an hour. Can get that much. And I'm sorry, you can hire a local nurse for 20, $25 an hour. Why don't we do that? Well, we need to none of us will ever be able to afford insurance. Again, that's just the way it is. I only started talking about that. I had fairly decent insurance until they passed the Affordable Health Care Act, and then I literally, if I'd have kept my insurance, we'd have been down to the poverty level of actual income into the house because it was going to cost like $1,200 a month to keep my insurance, and no. In Tibor, that falls on us. I mean, I actually am fixing to switch all my medical stuff to a doctor that doesn't take insurance. They do not have a slot for insurance. You cannot come in and use your insurance there. They don't take Medicaid. They don't take Blue Cross Blue Shield. Nothing. You have to pay. To be a member. There's some kind of loophole that they have to do that. It's not much. For the price of half, of 1 month insurance for me, I can have a year membership, and then it costs $60 for an office visit. It'll always cost $60 for an office visit. Well, think about it. The one thing in the U.S. that is just, It's the moneyest making Ponzi pyramid scheme there is. People buying insurance, medical insurance, and really any insurance, car insurance. Um, let's say there's 100 people that uh, buy full coverage insurance on the new car. Um, I think I meant to say 100 people. And, okay, so you got 100 people, and of that 100 people, in the entire 4 years that they've got that new car, because let's assume that they keep it for 4 years and then trade it off. 5 of them have to make a claim. In the entire time, all of those 100 people have been putting that money in there. It's been going and it's been being loaned out because it's put in as a deposit, and these people are playing the market with the money you're giving them for the insurance. It's not just they're not just putting it in there and saying, "Okay, we've got this money in the bank in case somebody gets in a wreck." That's not the way it works. It's a ripoff. I do not have Medicare. I'm not actually on SSI retirement. I'm on SSI disability, and you have to be on SSI disability for 2 years to get on Medicaid or Medicare or whatever. And I will not be buying the extra stuff. I'm there, and if they want to put me on it and they want to take $100 a month out of my stuff or whatever, I guess I still won't get it. Either you took money from me for 44 years and put it up so that you could cover all this stuff, or you didn't. That's why I was paying SSI, was to cover my retirement. And I think disability, they should have another thing for uh, some kid graduates high school and goes in and lifts. You have no idea how often this happens. They go down, they fill out the paperwork, they get a doctor to sign off on the fact that they're depressed and they're bipolar and this, that, and them. They can't. Okay, so this kid, this 18, 19-year-old kid, that ain't never had a job. He don't ever plan on getting a job. Worked a couple of summers at the grocery store. Gets disability and food stamps and government housing. That shouldn't be possible. Got to put mousetraps in my building. But that's what I'm talking about. I mean, we paid for it already. Um, It should all be covered. That's why we agreed to pay for it. If we have to continue to pay for it after we get on it, what kind of crap is that? I started getting, uh, they started taking stuff out of my check 1016. They're going to sell my house here in whatever the going to do a. See, y'all, I'm not putting this on the internet, but y'all really need to get hold of your appraisal district and talk to them. There are ways to get around stuff that are legal. People don't invest in learning the law. They actually put loopholes in there for everybody, but you have to be willing to go down and do the work yourself. People can't make money telling you about this stuff. So they're not going to tell you about it. A lawyer's not going to tell you about it because it's not making him money. It's literally they have the forms. You fill the form out. You put it. You file it at the courthouse, and there's no inheritance tax. When you go to the nursing home, the nursing home can't touch your house. See what you need to check into. It's the your property values are probably going up is one thing, but the other side of it is all your entities, your county, like your roads, your schools, your fire departments, your whatever, they all increase their budget. So your elected official, your tax assessor collector, assesses the amount of tax everybody has to pay on their property to cover the budget. There are none, zero, zilch, nada. There are no elected officials in charge of how much money the entities can request. And it's not a request, demand. The way it's written, the entities, your school districts, your county maintenance, blah, 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 they say this is what we've got to have. Boom. That's how much the tax assessor collector has to get up. And if you have people dodging their taxes, then the people that are willing to pay their taxes because they understand it is their duty as a citizen to pay the government to do the things that you want done by the government, then we just have to eat it because we're not willing to screw. They're finally cleaning this county up a little bit. The lady that was doing it apparently wasn't. If somebody didn't pay their taxes, you just let it slide. There are two properties adjacent to my property that the people haven't paid property tax on in 20 years. And that's not okay. Grandpa, you got me on are you on Facebook too? If you are, hit me up over there or something. I thought about doing a video on all that stuff, but I don't get in too much trouble. There's some things out there that they just don't want you to get. And yeah, but you well property tax, our local property taxes, there's not going to be a refund because they use every bit of their budget. If they get to the road, the county, the precinct guys that do maintain the roads and stuff, if they get to the end of the year and they're like, oh man, we've got $600,000 left, they'll go out and buy two new tractors. Boom, that money's gone. Matter of fact, they switched and they no longer own the tractors. We're still paying for mechanics and stuff, but they lease the equipment, and the lease comes with full mechanical insurance. So they send a Caterpillar guy out or a John Deere guy out or whatever out to work on the equipment. Why are we still paying for the mechanics? I mean, I don't want to see anybody lose their job, but don't lease the equipment. Buy the equipment. Keep working the mechanics. It's cheaper to buy the equipment than it is to lease it. Yeah, I gave up trying to figure out what he meant, but he fixed that with the. Maybe that's what Tibor means. Maybe that's Tibor's name this whole time is Taxpayer Bill of Rights 101. Maybe he knows all about it. Maybe he's the one that needs to be doing videos on Pantasys. I mean, I don't know. I'm asking. None of us American hadn't been around either. Anybody know where he ran off to? Find you a job. Oh yeah, Dior's graduated. He got his diploma. Everybody tell Mr. Dior's congratulations. Dior's, those are private freaking entities. and they don't have a fleet of mechanics and service guys on the payroll that no longer have anything to do. I have no, if they want to keep doing that, that's fine, but they're going to have to go in and clean house. They're going to have to get rid of a lot of guys that have got a lot of tenure. You're going to have to retire them out early. Because $1 million, what is it? Yeah, $1 million is $1 million a year, man. I'm sorry. I thought so. Terry, I can sexy see your face right now. Not right now, but in my head. It's a thing. I have a pictographic memory. It used to be damn near photographic, but not so much anymore. I could actually read the textbook and then go in and take the test in school. And I wasn't the fastest one done because I had to flip through the pages of the textbook to find the answer. But almost every test I took in high school was open book. They didn't need to know that. So yeah, can't do that anymore. So that went the way of drug abuse. So. Oh, he didn't get a diploma. My bad. Him got a certificate. Did you fill out any applications yet? Still just looking. Excuse me. Expected the missus to be back out by now. She may have gone to bed. That's cool. I seriously, it all runs together. Um, Plainview is not a bad place if you're not too worried about drugs. I would not suggest anybody go. The USPS they're on their way out. Not trying to start a war, but their union pretty much did them in. I'm actually on the side of the UPS guys, though. There's no reason. There's no reason not to have air conditioning. So. The rural carriers for the post office can run their own vehicles and get air conditioning. The USPS vehicles don't have air conditioning, but it is hot in those delivery trucks. And the post office is, and people are crazy what they expect out of you. Half the stuff my daughter buys offline comes from the USPS. We get a couple of deliveries from UPS a week, and my daughter buys a lot of her supplies and stuff online because it's cheaper. So she's getting stuff for work every other day. But they're still talking about striking. And I don't think it's all about money either. I think it's about the air conditioning and stuff. I think. I don't know that for 100%. I know things have gotten too expensive. All BS put aside, I mean, it's everything went up. Oh, let me see. Try to get this right. Just the stuff I grabbed at the store the other day. That average of about 20 cents an item. Increase of about 20 cents an item. One of them was an increase, which actually it was 30 cents. 30 cents a unit. And that's from last week to this week. That's 30-cent increase. It was $1.98 and now it's $2.28. And another one that was it was 172 is now 232. So that's like a lot. And it was weird because another in that same category of thing, it went from the 170 to the 190 something. I can't remember now exactly, but it only went up like 20 cents, and the other one up 60 something cents. That's crazy. Um, yeah, that's in a week, Tibor. I'm talking in a week. The If I go from um, 2020 to now, the one item that I said that went up 30 cents is $1.32. Has increased $1.32. The other items have went from they've only gone up about 60 cents. The one. Uh, let's see. The stuff that really bothers me. And it's weird. Some of the stuff went back down to 2020 prices, and that messed with my head some. The eggs have got back down to like $3 a dozen or something. And there's a mouse on my wall. I can hear it. Spam had gotten insane, and it's back down to within 30 cents of what it was. It's gone down. Leg quarters, uh, they'd gotten up there to where it wasn't worth buying them, but they're back down to $5 for 10 pounds. Um, and I'm like, wait, all these chickens are gone and stuff. Why? Why is? Why are frozen chicken body parts so cheap? And why are you um you know I'm very confused. So let's just leave it at that. I went in and bought what should have been $50 worth of stuff, and it was $117. Some of it was stuff, that was permanent. Oh, it wasn't consumables. So I gotta see if I can locate that soon. Why know what we're going to be doing tomorrow, Hyde. We got to move all that stuff and see if them rats trying to chew into some of the stuff we've got over there stored in plastic containers. Scared to death he's chewing on one of them. Yeah, there's that, Tibor. I mean, C103. Well, they're trying to get people to quit using plastic bags. We've got enough bags that we could carry our own bags in. Uh, I know exactly what you're doing now. I know how he's getting in the wall. And I meant to go to town today and get some traps. I had some traps, some sticky traps, but they're messed up, so I gotta go get some new sticky traps. But anyway, it is 10:42. The missus hasn't come back out here. That means the missus is in bed, and that's gonna drive me nuts. And I can't stay out here. I'm gonna be going to town tomorrow to get traps. And eradicate rodents. So all right, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I need to get out of here. Yeah, they. I think the. I think the store got me the other day when I went in there because I didn't think about it. Um, so let's put it on. Anyway, God bless y'all. Y'all still out. Don't die. Go back. Listen to the letter. And yeah, everybody's noticing it. So I'll see y'all tomorrow night, probably. Tomorrow's my regularly scheduled live stream. I'll try to have something to talk about. Interesting. Or not. But anyway. God bless y'all. Y'all still have. Don't die.